Dibble, you know what I did this weekend?
What'd you do this weekend, Peter?
I went out dancing. You know what type of dancing I do?
What kind of dancing did you
I
do,
do
Peter?
tango dancing. Do you know how many people it takes to do tango dancing?
I am unfamiliar with any kind of
You were
dancing at all.
supposed to
Please
say it
explain.
takes two. That was
It
the.
takes two to tango.
So Dibble and I beat It Takes Two this weekend. Never, probably never in the last 10 years have I gone into a game with so little expectations and been so pleasantly surprised.
I would heavily agree with that.
I thought I was going to hate this game.
We don't agree with people a lot of the time. People are like, "Hey man, happy birthday." And we're like, "Go kick rocks." But generally they're like, "You're going to really like this game." And we're like, "No, we won't." And then we are correct.
Because you can
And we're
sniff it,
happy to
right? I'm at the point
Yeah.
now where I can smell a game that I'm not going to like. Where I'm like,
No.
everybody's praising this. It doesn't look like it's for me. And then I play it anyway, and I'm like, it wasn't for me. I was wrong. I was really wrong on this one. It
It
it sets the bar high pretty early, and it maintains.
it does not hurt our ability to predict how we would feel that we played the previous only other game the studio made that was also very
A
highly
Way Out, yeah.
acclaimed and lauded, and we did not like that game.
Didn't like A Way Out at all. The only
And
thing
the
that
reason,
saved A Way Out was we played it in person.
oh, so that you could pummel me repeatedly,
Yes.
like the big brother that you wish you could be to
Exactly
me.
like that. Thank you. You
Excuse me.
get it. You get it.
I get it. I know
But it got
you.
me thinking about co-op games. It got me thinking about like it's still weird that there's this game that you can only play in co-op. Like that's not really a genre that caught on at all. And so I was trying
Yeah,
to think of like what are other games you can only play in co-op, and that list was too small to really have a topic about. So then I just started like branching out further to be like co-op, any co-op, like give me any game.
like there's probably five that we could think of, and three of them are for the last 3 years.
Right.
It's very much a gimmicky kind of thing to do. Like even if you think about the games that back in the day you exclusively played in multiplayer and in co-op, still had single player experiences. I don't think you could ever be like, "Hey Nintendo, I want to sell a game on your Nintendo 64. That's for 4 people only, ever." They'd be like, "No, you're never gonna sell that. It's
I
not gonna
mean,
work."
they could have done that for Smash. Like Smash Solo was not anything.
But it's still there.
It is still there.
I think it's because of the fact that the internet connection goes, you don't have a friend on the couch because nobody has friends on the couch anymore. It's the opposite.
I don't even
They
have
go,
friends.
okay, turn my camera off. We do that joke every week. We do that joke every week. But yeah, so it's It Takes Two and A Way Out are the two ones that were like, when they were proposed, it was like, hey, we're making this escape a prison game with Prison Break boys, and you can only play it in co-op, and if you don't have a friend, we will give you someone. And
We
everyone
will
was
give
like,
you a friend. We will hunt a person
we were
down for
forced.
you.
Yeah, we're gonna find Timmy down the street. You're a 53-year-old retired paint factory worker, and now you have to deal with little Timmy who's been teabagging you in Halo, but now you have to work together with him.
It's true. That's why Way Out doesn't work.
Suss out your problems. That's why It Takes Two does work. Actually, I think it's the theming. It Takes Two works because It Takes Two is fun, and A Way Out is big burly men punching at prison walls.
That's true. You can't really have a serious game that's co-op because we're just going to make fun of it if that's the case.
Yeah.
We're just going to sit there and not take it seriously. So the fact that It Takes Two doesn't take itself too seriously, except when it's having the most in a video game in the last 20 years.
That thing that
Spoilers!
off my life.
Spoilers! We're going to bleep it out.
That. Oh, okay, sure. Go ahead. Make yourself have more work. Do it. I dare you. So the third one, obviously tying into the opening gag that Peter did, is Operation Tango. It's another game where when you load it up, it goes, "Hey, here's another idiot. Do the game."
I liked Operation Tango. I think everything Operation Tango has, it owes itself to like keep talking and nobody explodes. Like I
Think so?
yeah, I think Operation Tango tried to do some new things, but I think the core of that gameplay is the asymmetric gameplay of keep talking and nobody explodes, which I love. I really like that game,
I think we've beaten that game like 3 times.
but I don't think
The VR
Operation
version,
Tango
the
did
non-VR
anything
version,
new
yeah.
enough to really warrant existence. But it was free on PS Plus, so You know, how much
I mean,
complaining can I really do?
yeah, there was definitely a lot more of the you have to depend on each other having big brains, big non-smooth brains to
That's
win
what I
Operation
really
Tango.
liked about It Takes
Yeah.
Two. Like, It Takes Two just expected you both to be good at platformers. And was like, if you're not, you're dead.
Yeah.
And Operation Tango
There
has
was
a
a
lot
lot
of
more.
that, where it's like, we expect both players to pull their weight here.
And A Way Out was just, all right, you watch for the guard and tell the other guy to stop
But I can see it on your
sawing.
screen, because it's split screen.
But I could see it on your screen, so it was like, it was weird, yeah.
So, doesn't
Keep
really...
Talking and Nobody Explodes needs to have more. Is there not like
Just
Keep Talking
more.
and... Well, I mean, you could make like, maybe like, I don't know, there's no way you couldn't iterate on that concept and make more games like that,
Well,
right?
Them Bombs is just like that, too.
Yeah, but I'm saying not with a bomb.
Ah, of course.
Because the whole thing of Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes, it's co-op, but it's like a board game co-op, insofar as one person doesn't even use a controller, one person has an instruction manual and tells you what to do. So really it's solo, but it's not, because only one person's technically
Oh, that's
playing.
interesting. Now we're not even saying that that's...
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I totally get what you're saying.
So what I'm saying is, you could also pitch in the same vein, if you were trying to go for a platinum, and you had somebody else reading you the trophy guide.
That's co-op.
It's co-op right there.
Spider-Man is a co-op game.
Every game is co-op if you have somebody reading you how to get all the
We
trophies.
solved it. We solved trophy hunting.
Every game. All right, keep going. Let's keep touching on more of them. What's the next one you got?
I was thinking like Portal 2's multiplayer. That's got a dedicated side campaign that you can only do in co-op.
It's pretty long, and it's all very much non-smooth brains, allowed.
Although, like, I feel like in It Takes Two, it felt a lot like we were both coming up with ideas. In Portal 2's multiplayer, it almost feels like one person almost always takes full control. Like, they always are like, okay, your portal goes here, my portal goes here, and then we swap midair or something.
You can only play it once. Yeah, you can really only play it once, which is the huge downside to almost every game like that, I think. It's, man, that was a fun game.
But you played the We Were Here series, right?
I did play those. You're right. I didn't even think of that. That's also, again, more gimmicky multiplayer only the last couple of years.
That's what it is. It feels gimmicky for some reason.
And it's very recent. Nobody else has been doing it. But those were good. Those were nice, quick, fun puzzle solving games. The in-game like headphone thing the in-game walkie-talkie system, that didn't work for us. We tried to use the it was like, use your Microsoft headset attachment thing, and I was like, just gonna use Discord, man.
How is it supposed to work? I thought it was like a proximity thing,
idea.
but
yeah, it's unclear.
I don't know what the intention was. It's like when we were playing Phasmophobia, we just couldn't get anything to work right.
That's what used the microphone thing on Windows and didn't work. Yeah, PlayStation's supposed to you're supposed to press it and it uses your microphone, and we couldn't get that to work either. So it was like, whatever, let's use Discord.
Yeah.
We'd both be holding down the talk button the whole time anyway. So
it's all
right. What do you got? I got a robot, I got a boat, and I got a candelabra.
Oh, we're dead. We took too long.
Oh, we took too long.
It wasn't a robot.
Yeah. That was We Were Here in a nutshell. That game was a lot more brutal about the, that was very Catane. That was very Keep Talking Nobody Explodes. One person almost always was just like reading a book, and one person was getting shot at by statues with different like armor they had to just, what do I do with the purple armor with the boar head on it? You gotta kick it in the shins.
That's a real puzzle.
Oh, no. I'm dead.
That's a real puzzle that you solve and We Were Here.
No, it's not. So I think that encompasses all of those type of games. There's probably more. We don't know what they are, because just like We Were Here, I think it came up in like a sale, and we bought all three of them for like $5 or something, and just played them all in like, a weekend. But besides that, I don't know of any other one of these gimmicky multiplayer only games. Yeah. But there are games. Go ahead.
It usually goes the other way. I think this is where you were going with this. It usually goes like, you can play it solo, but we'll give you like an AI partner. And the AI partner is a Dumbo.
Yeah.
Or like, it's like Overcooked, where you control two characters at once instead of your only chef, which is how it's really meant to be played.
Like, you can do that. We know people who have finished the game playing two chefs, one controller.
But you shouldn't.
You shouldn't do that. It's insane. Don't do that.
It's also
But
less
I think
fun.
what because you can't like yeah. I mean, I liked getting mad at you, and you liked
Getting
getting
yelled
mad at
at
me.
is fun.
Getting yelled at is fun. I wish I was 10 years old again, not cleaning my bedroom. Is what I'm
Is it
getting
bad
for.
that my thought went to little kid too? But I went to little
Yeah,
kids
no.
stealing stuff. I was thinking like kids stealing from a candy store.
You bad person, Peter. How
I didn't
could
say
you?
I did that. That's not what I said.
So basically, garbage solo games, in my mind, are action shooters where you're like, hey, can you do this thing? And the AI's like, and you're like, if I had a friend, I swear to God. And then you're like, hey, can you play this? They're like, I'm not playing that. That game sucks. You're like, but I don't want to play it alone.
So it
Resident Evil
sounds like
5.
okay. I was gonna say it sounds like you're saying
Resident
Resident
Evil
Evil
5.
6 is the best Resident Evil game.
No, that one's even worse. What about Left 4 Dead?
Yeah, I wouldn't play Left 4 Dead solo. I have played Left 4 Dead solo. I wouldn't
Yeah.
recommend it.
That's even the kind of game that playing with 2 people, you're gonna play with 4.
You really want
it's
to play
garbage.
with 4 for that whole
Yeah, for
genre.
sure.
That Left 4 Dead, Left 4 Dead 2, World War Z, Back 4 Blood, Payday, all that stuff. You really want 4.
Payday! Payday's so good, man.
Oh, similar Monaco. Monaco is like,
Monaco?
why would you play that solo?
Can you play that solo?
I think so.
You can, because every level has like 4 accolades. It's all money, no deaths, 1 player, and then like 4 player, I think, maybe. Maybe? There's definitely one for beating it solo. I think you're right. You can beat every level alone. Wow. I haven't played that in forever. Should we play Monaco, Peter?
We should play Monaco.
We should play Monaco. That company needs to make Monaco 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Instead, they're making
Overcooked,
Tooth and Tail seasons. It's like, what are you doing?
Is that good, Peter? Tooth and
I
Tail?
like Tooth and Tail.
Do you have a platinum?
I don't.
It's embarrassing. So the final category, like we said before, the N64 games would be like games that work solo, but you'd never play them solo, even though you could, which is like Mario Kart 64, Mario Party.
I don't know. Mario Kart 64, when you hit 3 players, it no longer has AI. It only has real players.
In like the Grand Prix or like in multiplayer?
You can't play Grand Prix with 3 or 4. You can only play with
That's
1
what
or 2.
I thought. Yeah.
It's real lame.
That is real lame.
Diddy Kong Racing.
Diddy
Another
Kong
reason
Racing.
Diddy Kong Racing is better than Super Mario 64.
Get in the comments.
And
tell
Mario
us
Kart
why
64.
you're wrong and you think Super Mario 64 Racing Edition is better, and you're wrong. It's Diddy Kong.
Yeah.
Racing.
Yeah.
Besides the fact that the characters are actually 3-dimensional polygonal shit characters, not
and they
sprites.
hide it behind a bonus menu. It's so dumb.
It's silly. And I think worth mentioning here, a modern version is Halo. You can play Halo solo. It's totally doable. I don't remember a single person who's played Halo solo more than they've played Halo with a second, like a co-op partner. Halo campaign co-op is awesome.
I feel like Halo is all about the multiplayer, though.
But like they put the effort into the campaign.
They did.
Like if you played COD back in high school or middle school or however young our audience is, I have no idea, pre-kindergarten. It's like if you imagine playing a Call of Duty campaign but with a second person. That's Halo. That's why that's so fun. Yeah, it's great. So the fact
and in
that
Halo 3 you can play with 4 people, that's cool.
And then in Reach there was an achievement specifically to beat the entire campaign co-op legendary, which sucked massively.
That was awful.
That was rough. That one room with all the invisible elites.
Although we still did it on Legendary on everything. Like we did 2 and 3 on Legendary.
Oh yeah, I mean I'm going through it again right now in Master Chief Collection, and dude, the struggle to finish all of Halo 2 on Legendary. It's so long. Halo 1 and Halo 3 are both like 8 levels. Halo 2 is like 14 levels.
But it's like a solid 14. It's
they're good.
It's like 12 of them are good.
After like 9 levels, you're like, oh my god, please end. It's so long. Like I remember reading an article about crunch in the industry, not to bring this to a screeching halt, but the devs were talking about the process of making Halo 2 and how like bad the crunch was. And I was like, why did you make it so long? You didn't have to do that.
And then you get to Halo 2, and it doesn't even like end on a cliffhanger. It just like abruptly
It
stops.
abruptly stops, yeah. And then
It's like, join us in Halo 3.
and we fucking did.
Master Chief looks at the camera and he's like, buy Halo 3.
He's like, hey, you, get your mom in the room. I'll wait. Get her credit card. Buy Halo 3. Also buy an entirely new game console, because it's not on this one, it's on the next console.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
effectively how Halo 2 ended.
That's effectively how everyone bought a Xbox 360. But we had stuff on the PS3, right, Peter? We had trophies, right?
I mean, I didn't have a PS3.
I only bought one in college.
Yeah.
Are we still talking about co-op games? What are we doing?
I don't know, man. You can't play Ogre Battle 64 Person of Lordly Caliber in co-op, so like...
You couldn't even finish that fucking name. It's so silly and long.
So
you couldn't even finish it.
why even talk about co-op games?
Sounds like
sounds
like a Fire Emblem game title, which is basically what it is. Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn : 3 : a new beginning.
You know what game
dash.
is not fun solo?
What game?
Almost to the point where it's not playable. Is Star Trek Bridge Crew in the VR.
Oh my god. What a great segue into Star Trek Bridge Crew. I want to play that so bad. The worst thing is, there's really not a reason to play through it again with a person who's already done it. Especially when there's like, what, 1, 2, 3, 4 bridge positions?
Yes.
It's like we have to get more people. And it's like, oh, if you had the chance to play through it with 3, would you, again, even if you'd already done it? Yes.
Yeah.
I would.
I mean, if only because it's one of the few multiplayer PSVR games where you can point at your friends. It's all about the finger pointing.
Yeah. And the fact that your character's mouth moves when you move in real life, which is horrifying. But also because it's getting to, role play as Star Trek characters. It's pretty great.
But like the remake Star Trek character, it's weird.
Yeah, it's like Star Trek Discovery or Star
opportunity.
Trek Enterprise. Yeah, it's a shame, but it's still pretty great. I would recommend it. The only problem is to get more people to play it, they have to have VR on either PC or console. Good luck with that.
Yeah, that's a whole thing.
That's the whole thing. Well, Peter,
yeah.
This is the first episode of the Biweekly Breakdown of the month of December.
Well, happy December holiday season.
Happy December. Happy Christmas time.
Get your Christmas nonsense out of my life.
Okay, I'm moving it back out of frame. All right, sorry. I say that like we have an episode a week, but we do every other week, so there's probably only going to be 2.
Yep.
Whoops.
Whoopsie.
Well, I guess we'll see you later in the month. If you can think of any more gimmicky multiplayer only games, or some games that are only good in multiplayer but have solo, or if you want to tell us why Diddy Kong Racing is the best game and agree with us, otherwise we'll ban you in the comments below. That would be great. Peter, go ahead and do the shill. Do it.
That was the shill. That was the shill.
No, I'm not. Do the real shill. I'm not saying it.
That was the shill.
Do it.
You just did it. Okay, so like, comment, and subscribe.
Ah, he said it. Ugh.